Oh, a nice big welcome back to the channel, guys. Bit of fishing today, which has not been common for a while. And this place is absolutely full of fish. I've pulled up, I've just turned up. I've never fished it before in my entire life. It's a canal, it's nice and wide. What's that, about 40 metres across that? No, probably about 35 metres that. It's stunning. It's nice and flat. There's not a lot of tidal traffic on it. I don't know if it's active. I imagine boats still go up and down here. It's Monday today. I don't know how active it's going to be. But it's full of fish. So there's fish right in this upper area. I can actually see like little packs of, I think they're bleak. There might be odd one or two roach in there. But it's very busy with fish. And I thought, you know, a bit of small fish fishing. And every now and again when I do this style of fishing, we end up getting like odd bonus bream. And today, here on the Mexborough Canal, or South Yorkshire Navigation in Mexborough, I don't know what you all refer to it as, I'm going to be fishing pole. And it's not going to be any old pole session, it's going to be a cheap pole challenge. Yes, I've got a cheap pole, and we're going to have a dip in, and I think I've got some rigs from 1994 that I can make a bit longer, because I don't know how deep this place is. Might be able to walk across it, who knows. But one thing I do know is that far bank over there is no fishing, and well, it's all, I'll show you in a minute. Looks like a good feeder chuck. So as well as a cheap pole challenge, I'm going to shoehorn in a cheap feeder rod challenge as well and see how we get on. So without further ado, let's get stuck into another episode of Cheap Tackle Challenge here on the Mexborough Canal in Sheffield, or Rotherham. I'm not sure if you're all getting on with each other or not anymore. Can we call it Rotherham or Sheffield? Don't know. So yeah, let's get some bait set up and some tackle, and let's catch some fish. So, seat box, side tray, bait bag. Don't need anything that's in that. One thing I do need though is pole support bar. It's a Pro as well, because that's how we do it around here. Pole rollers. I'll show you these when I've set them up soon. Feeder arm, accessory bar, landing net. So, time to talk about the long swords. These are the top kits. No idea what brand they are. I have got at home in the tackle shed maybe around 250 to 300 top kits. Just what I've acquired and collected over years by picking up poles. This one's got some number 8 slip in it, and I believe this is number 6 slip. So ideal today for what we're going to be doing on this canal. And this is the pole. It is a Milo Alter. Milo Alter. Have you had one of these? Have you got one? Do you use it? Who knows? It's got someone's signature on there. Not quite sure what that means. Oh, Champion Del Mondo 1993. That the year of manufacture of this pole? Who knows? But it's all there. This is a 13-metre pole. This pole cost me an incredible £5 off Marketplace. I went to go and pick up some tackle from somebody. They said, oh, I think I've got an old landing net handle. And they only had this and a couple of sections. And then it turned out, while we were there, they started just finding more sections. And luckily, the entire thing is a full pole. So, who knows? Don't know if it's going to be any good. Don't know if it's going to be rubbish. I mean, it's Milo. Not going to be terrible, is it? It's not a bad brand. Made in Italy. Carbon strength, fibre reinforced matrix. So what's that mean? Fiberglass with a bit of carbon in it. So that is the pole of choice for today's cheap pole challenge. A Milo Alter. I think this is 11 metres worth of it. And yeah, looking forward to using it. Top kits, they fit absolutely fine. No problem whatsoever. Put that down there. Now, I did say I want to be chucking a feeder over there. I'm not doing a cheap pole challenge with a bit of feeder fishing. We have to be in a cheap feeder challenge. So what I have in here is a rod, and it's a Team Normark Quiver tip NCQT 120.2 number 1. So maybe there was a range of these, and this is the number 1 version of it. It's got tape around one of the reel collars. Got some nice guides on it. It's a nice slim rod. It's got a bit of tape at the bottom with like a keyring that's been taped up in it. Not sure what that is. Might have the original owner's details on it if it's stolen or lost. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe there's a reason for that, but I can't make a reason up. It is a little tiny quiver rod. Very, very flexible tip with these big bits of, looks like rubber, like resin over the top. Few guides. I don't know, gives it a lot more weight actually. Don't know why they've done that. Non-removable tip, you can't take it out. It is one piece all the way through. And we are going to be doing a splodge of feeder fishing over to that far bank over there with this tiny little rod, cork handle. It's actually got ground bait still embedded into this. I think the person I got it off, it was said they've not used it for years and years. So that ground bait on there, it's red in colour. I think there's an odd fish scale on there as well. Who knows? But yeah, we'll chuck it out and see if we can catch some fish on this. And I'm going to match it up with a cheap reel. So I've got a Daiwa Jupiter Z 2,500 reel with some, I think it's £6 Maxima on there. I think he said another cheap reel from another video from a while back. No reason why they won't pair up nicely together. Nice small reel with a tiny little rod. So they are the weapons of choice. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to mix some bait up, talk you through my hook baits and a few little tiny bits that I'm going to chuck in with it all. And yeah, just get stuck in. Nice and simple, nice and easy. And hopefully, if we have a decent day here today, catching a few little bits, it might spur some of you to come on and jump on your local canal, or even down here at Mexborough with a cheap old pole and just some basic rigs and some tackle. And yeah, let's just catch some fish. Let's make some bait up. Just for reference, there's my kit. Pole with all the way behind, mini roller at back, full length, and double at front in case I can split my pole down and chuck one on one side, one on the other. Not going to bother with a sock. It's nice and stable, it's hardly any wind. I ain't got much of a problem here. And yeah, pretty much it. That's my setup. Now, bait prep. So I'm going to be fishing feeder, so I'm going to need ground bait anyway. I've also got here some Revolution baits, seeing up micros, because those things, a lot of you just sort of look at them and think, oh, method feeder for carp. Not always the case. When you come to venues like this, all them little tiny fish, like your bleak, your roach, your little skimmers, even your bigger bream, they will grub about on them for ages. So what I've done is I've got a pot on my side tray soaking up just an handful. And every now and again, when bites start to slow down, or even if I go through a spell where I'm changing from pole to feeder, my last pot in, or my last ball in, shall I say, because I'm not potting in today, I can just put in a few micros, chuck it out, and then go along on feeder. And that way, I've got some loose feed there for the fish to grub around in. The ground bait's going to attract them regardless, but it means that when they start picking up on the micros, it's just something there to keep them anchored down on that swim. So then if my long line dies off, or it's not even active and there's nothing there, then I'll come straight back on it, and hopefully the micros have set me up nicely for me dropping a hook bait in. I'll get on to hook baits after. So today I'm going to be fishing with some Census 3000 World Champion Canal ground bait. If World Champions use this stuff and it says Canal on the front, then, well, Canal. Am I going to be a World Champion in half an hour's time? Who knows? So I've picked up a bag of that, and the beauty of, not the beauty of it, but I'm not a sponsored angler anymore. I can pretty much use anything I like, and I'm still using Revolution baits. And hopefully one day Revolution baits will get itself to a position where it's absolutely thriving again, because they have got all the best ground baits in the world, 100%. So for now, I am not a free agent, because for now I can take advantage of pretty much anything that's on the shelf. But today I am taking advantage of some Census 3000 World Champion Canal. And you only need a little bit of this stuff. Oh God, it smells good. You only need a little bit of this stuff. So sprinkle that in there just a little bit. And when you've got that in there, the idea is just give it a good mix around. Because whilst it's been in bag and on shelf in tackle shop and in transit, all those bigger particles will work themselves to the top. So give it a good mix up before you put your water in, otherwise you will have some areas that are clumped up, even through riddle, where you've got lots of sort of seed shells and all that stuff. So get a good mix up dry first, and you can actually see all the good stuff that's in this ground bait. So what you need to do then is add some water. Now, is there a perfect way of doing this? No, there's not, because everyone has their own way of doing ground bait. It all depends on the mix, what water you're using, if you're using water or an additive, if you're putting anything extra into it, it all depends. So just do what works for you and stick with it. You can watch a billion people on YouTube mixing up ground bait, and unfortunately, it's just not the same as what you're going to do it as. So just go with it, and what you want is a mix. Like today, it's not a fast flowing canal here, it looks like it's barely moving at all. You just want a mix that balls up nicely, that when you chuck it in, it holds its structure, and when it hits, it'll fall down all in one piece. And we get in there. So there we have it, a nice mix that balls up, lovely. And I'm going to chuck it through riddle in a minute and get it into some bait tubs. But you've all seen that before. Put it on riddle over another bucket and just press it through and you're sorted. But what I'll do is I'll have another minute or so just mixing this up, and we'll ball out and hopefully catch us some fish. Right, we have got top kit on number 4 section. So I'm going to plumb up. Hopefully this rig's deep enough. I don't always have much luck with wind straight out on an old rig. It's actually a recent rig. Please don't believe that I use rigs from 1994. That was quite a good guess though, weren't it? Poles, what's pole, 1993? Very small plummet. It's like 10-15 gram plummet, fishing 011 mainline to 08 bottom. So use a heavy plummet, you're going to get lots of stretch when you're plumbing up. As soon as you take that plummet off, your rig's going to shrink again, and you'll find that you're fishing like a little bit under depth, or more under than you thought you were. So I've got a bulk of number 10s down just above the hook length. I'm going to lay on about 6 inch. That's what I'm hoping for anyway. But I'm just going to see where this rig sits first, because I might need to add another 3 miles of line. This is all the pole. It wouldn't be a cheap pole challenge if I just used the first 4 sections of every cheap pole I buy. The whole purpose behind getting a cheap pole like this is to use it at its full length. And I'm still not in middle of canal out there. There's my plummet, so I'm going to lower it down. I've got a marker on that far bank. Oh, there. What's that? Stem. About stem and a bristle, that. So I'd say that's about bang on. Shot it up nicely, that. Just got my bristle showing. Tiny little bit of shoulder, but we've got a bit of wave on, so I'm not too fussed about that. I'm using a 0.75 gram shipper, Preston float, perfect for this style of fishing. And I'm going to, that's where I'm going to be fishing, right there. On my axis to my marker, there's actually a white, looks like a white lily on that far bank over there. That's my marker. So whilst I've got my pole like this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to chuck it on my rest into my pole cup on my box. And that is exactly how I'm going to be fishing it, like that. But I need to bait up, and I'm not potting in. So I'm going to chuck my pole like this onto next notch on my rest. Lift my rig up out of the way. I've still got my plummet on. There, like that. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to ball in 4 balls of my Census World Champion Canal Mix. What I've done is I've put a few pinkies in there, a few maggots, there's a few casters in there. It is literally leftover bait. I am not bringing you professional angling videos. Not everyone out there wants to be the greatest pole canal angler in the world. I'm bringing you basic fishing, so you can just use pretty much anything you like, get out there and catch some fish. So I've made up 4 balls. I'm going to give them a good squeeze. I'm going to ball these in on my pole line. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to chuck out onto that feeder line and get some bait in that area first. Then I'm going to sit straight over my pole line with an up bait on and see what happens. At least then I've primed that feeder swim out there. 1, 2, that one were a bit short. 3, that one was on the money. There we go. So that one were a bit short as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make up another one. and just get it out long. And I want to be fishing just on the right hand side of this whole bait up. That was more like it. What I'm going to do now is I want to chuck out and bait up that feeder swim. So let's ship back in and pick up the Normark Quiver, or whatever it's called. Now, I'll quickly talk you through it again. Daiwa Jupiter Z reel, lovely little reel that. I've had loads of these over the years, and they're absolutely incredible little reels. Normark Quiver tip, NCQT 120.2 number 1, £6 mainline Maxima, down to a Preston ICS feeder, but with a swivel stem in it. I like them, 30 gram, plenty enough to get over there, 40 metres. And I've gone down to mainline with a link feeder bead swivel on there, a stops, Preston stop, and just a loop on the line. And all I'll do is I'll loop to loop on a 50 centimetre hook length, and that is literally it. A nice simple running rig, no paternosters, no nothing like that, just nice and easy fishing, easy to set up if you want to have a go, and that is it. Lots of play in this rod, it's very flexible, probably not a moving water rod. However, today, this is the rod of choice, Cheap Rod Challenge. I don't think I spoke about how cheap this rod were. I paid £5 for this off marketplace as well. It's a great rod for £5. It's obviously had some work done over the years. You can still see bits of ground bait on there from God knows how many years since it was last used. But this is the rod of choice for today. So I'm going to bait up and get wanged out there onto that far bank. So baited up, no hook length on. Let's wing it out there. So reel up, about halfway, come behind, on target, fire. Hit the clip. Perfect. All you want to do is just leave it there a few seconds, just let a bit of water attack that feeder before you start drawing it back. If you don't, that feed will stay in that feeder no matter what anyone else says on YouTube. I've tried it, I've done it with very dry mixes and wet mixes. You do pull that feed back with you, so it's best just to get it bang on, especially on a canal where you fish it up to a slope like that. You don't need to jam it in, this is just a bait up. Back behind, on target, cast, hit the clip. Look at that, same spot every single time. I'm fishing about 6 foot off of that bank over there. I don't want to be too close, so I don't know what's been thrown in off that bank, or I don't know what foliage is growing out of that sort of overgrowth over there. So I've come about 6 foot off of that far bank, and that way, if there is any fish getting under any snags under there, I'll be putting some feed on the outside of those snags for them to come out and investigate, pick up, and hopefully get a bite. Boom, on the money every time. Beautiful. Right, so that is my feeder line fed. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to come back, chuck a hook length on this, that's going to sit to one side, and then I'm going to go straight on that pole line with a pinky and see if we've got any fish waiting there. Now, let's chuck a pinky on this. I'm not going to feed in any loose feed, I'm just going to put a pinky straight on, drop in on that line over there and see if any fish have made their way in over that feed. Probably been about 15 minutes. I mean, in reality or match conditions, you'd bait up. You bait up on the all in and go straight on it. So just like a pleasure session today, but I guess you could sort of take any sort of information from it towards a match if you like, I don't know. But there we go, single pinky, nothing complicated. Swing him out there, out the way. And all we're going to do is top kit on. Let the joints feel all right. And again, it won't be a cheap pole challenge if I just fished with the top kit. Although later on I might go down edge later on. There's going to be a few fish in edge, isn't there? Right, so rig all the way out, lay them shots in. I think to start with, I'm just going to hold it. So I know I'm fishing, laying on about 6 inches on bottom. I've got a left to right toe. So I don't mind if my rig, oh, there we go. Fish on straight away. So I don't mind if my rig gets any drift on it. But we've got what we have to. Small fish on the first chuck. Oh, and it's off. So look at that pinky. Oh yeah, truly destroyed. So another pinky on. Could be in for a good day that quick, but in true that's on style, a nice early bite doesn't mean a nice steady day. There we go. Ship it out. Keep your pole nice and low. Don't have to be the most dialed fish in the world, this, if you know what you're doing. Rig all the way out. Drop them bulk of shots in. Let those shots pull your rig down. And there we go. So right over the back of that loose feed we've put in, all them ground bait balls would have started to break down by now. And hopefully any fish that have come in and started feeding on it, they'll be there waiting for a pinky like this one to fall straight in front of their eyes. Oh, there we go. That's a better bite. Again, only a small fish. That's what we've come for. Has it ungone? It has. Oh, we can swing him. What we got? We've got a dace. There we are. First fishing session. Stunning little Mexborough Canal dace. Oh, that were a good bite, that one. Is it on? There's something on. Yeah, got a little something. Oh, look at that. Another stunning little dace. Oh, I have to go disgorge that. I don't think the last time I used one. Beautiful little Mexborough dace. Hooked one, shipping out. There we go. Oh, it's a bit better. What have we got here? Oh, she's off. Probably a roach. But she's off. There we go. See if this one will stay on. If it doesn't, I'm going for a change of hook. Let's go in net ready. Oh, that's it. What we got? A little skimmer. Oh, let's go in before a pike does. There we go. First little skimmer on the cheap pole challenge. So let's go in back in net and see if we can get a few more. I hope you're all right. Oh, there we go. Another small fish. Oh, I tell you what, I enjoy this kind of fish. I don't do enough of it. That's what I mean to say. I don't do enough of it. Can I swing him? Oh, we got a perch. Look at the size of it, massive, big bass. Nice little stripey. Hooked just in chops. Oh, he kept me a pinky. You can have that, pal. There we go. Little bonus perch. There we go. That's a better fish. Take it nice and steady. I've got a lot of faith in this hook I've got on, you know. I just don't think it's hooking them properly. I've got a wasp around my knees. I ain't afraid to get stung, but I could do without it if I'm quite honest with you. Oh, lovely. Right, what we got? What have we got? Doesn't look like a skimmer. Oh, it is a skimmer. Oh, look at that. And we've got him for you. Another one. Nice. Boy. Another beautiful. Oh, it's tangled up. Ugh. Another beautiful Mexborough Canal skimmer on the £5 pole. I can't remember, 5 or 10 quid, but on the £5 pole. So let's get you unhooked and get you in the net with your pals. Oh, lovely bite, that one. Seems a better fish, probably another skimmer. Might be a nappy or a shopping trolley, but let's see. We're still in. I think so. Nice and steady. Oh yeah, skimmer. Let's try and keep him on. I think I might change the hook on this in a minute anyway, because I ain't just got a lot of faith in this hook. I think it's gone a bit blunt. That's it. Come on. Let's be having you before a pike does, because we're on your side, you're like a lamb. Oh, there we go. Look at that. Another one. Bagging up on the old skim bobs. Another Mexborough Canal skimmer on the pinky and the £5 pole. Absolutely in creds. Where's my hook? There it is. Skimmer. Absolutely skimmer city. I tell you what, they're loving this census. 3,000 canal ground bait. If they're all getting over that ground bait, hopefully there's a bunch of them out there. So we'll get him in the keep net. Down you go. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go out on that feeder line and see if anything's turned up over there. Now, time to get on the feeder on the Team Normark Quiver tip with the Daiwa Jupiter reel. Pretty much going to do same as before, but I'm going to go double pinky. If one gets bitten off quite early, there's another one there. A double pinky might spur on a bigger fish. Who knows? But when we double pinky on the hook to start with, again, very basic feeder fishing approach this. It's nothing complicated. All I'm going to do is just get ground bait mix into my feeder. It's got pinkies in there, it's got maggots, casters, and that all important census ground bait. Oh wow! Bunch of little fish in front of me here. What are they, like bleak or something? I reckon they're bleak, little tiny things. So, over to that far bank, over the bait we put in earlier. Let's see if we can hook into anything quite early. Get that line down. Quite shallow over there. The feeder's already touched bottom. I think there's less water over there than what there is on this side. I just need to make sure some of that line's under. There's a lot of fish turning over my pole line, a lot of fish up in water, and I think these skimmers come up shallow. I can actually see them from here turning. So that's quite positive. So rod down at rest. I don't mind a bit of a bend on it. This quiver tip is very, very flexible. Any little tiny knock is going to show up on it. So I'm not too fussed about the toe or anything. I know there's enough toe out there that when my feeder hits and lands, that the toe itself is actually going to lay my hook length down behind it. So yeah, quite confident in that. But I'm just going to wait it out. I have got my stopwatch. Somewhere. There it is. Let's play properly, shall we? So we'll start it from now, and we'll go with sort of like 5 to 10 minute cast to start with. I've got a boat coming. Am I confident enough to leave it out, or shall I bring it in? Oh, probably got 20 seconds to decide. Oh, one of my skimmers are going a bit balmy. We'll see. I think I'm in deep enough water. Do you know what? I think I'm going to pull it in actually. I'm going to pull it in. Dace and a few skimmers. Pinkies. Pinkies. Can't beat a pinky. Into the back of that boat toe. There we go. Lovely. Very friendly bunch of people. If you were on that boat and you just shouted over to me, lovely old woman. Old woman. She'll probably in her 40s. I mean, 70s and 80s. That's new 40s, right? Asking me what I'm catching on. I bet she either an angler back in the day or her husband used to go out fishing an all. Or whatever they say around here. Nice day for that boat. So yeah, stop, reset, start again. What I'll do now is I'll sit probably 5 or 10 minute casts and just see if there's anything over there. I've now put a second feeder load in after pulling in after that boat, so that's not a bad thing. I've put a bit of feedback out there now. And if it is quiet on this for 10 or 15 minutes or so, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my pole out, chuck a couple more babbies heads off at top, pull it back in, stay on feeder, just so I've got some bait going in over there. What I don't want to do is sit on this for too long and not feed this pole line. Right, so there we go. 10 minutes, reset that. I'm going to pull in feeder rod and feed that pole line. 1, 2. Oh, smash my pole tip. Go with it. Alright, reset stopwatch. Oh, are we in? I think we're in. Nice positive little bite then, that. Oh, this rod is so soft. This is like the perfect silvers rod. Hopefully this stays on. Oh wow, it is like elastic. There we go. Little tiny fish, what we got? Another dace. Nice rewarding little dace in. Tighten up to whatever's feeding at bottom, because I am laying on probably about 3 inch. There we go. That's a better fish. Not a bit of a vigorous strike, so I do apologise. Are we still on? I think we're still on. Nice and steady. What we got? What we got? What we got? Feels like a netter. Oh, is it a roach? We've got a roach. Oh, I think we have. Oh, well, I ain't at minute, but I could do with this one. Oh, there we go. Lovely Mexborough Canal roach. Stunning. Don't mind a bunch of them, that's for sure. Hey, pal, look at that. About 5 ounce. Lovely fish in. Oh, that's a better fish. Oh, wow, that is a better fish. Much better. Hopefully he stays on. I was just about to come in and change milk bait as well. So hopefully he's hooked in mouth. No, he's foul hooked. See if we can get him in. A little roach. Definitely foul hooked. Can't see us getting him. No. Now we've only gone and got him. Let's have a look where he's hooked. Oh my, look at him. He's hooked. Right in anal fin. Oh dear, pal. But look at him. Plonking roach him, isn't he? Ah, he'll do. Don't mind them. There we go. Just sorting out a ball of ground bait and it's flowing under. Oh, that's very welcome one after a nice quiet spell. What we got? Little roach. Come on, you. Let's have you. No, rubbish at netting today, me. Oh, there we go. Oh, there we go. Nice. After that barge has just gone through. Loves a little roach in. I'll do. Bring the rig back up. Sit it in there. Oh, spot on that. That'll do us. Hey, there we go. That's one. Nice. Now we've got a roach. What we got? What is that? Oh, it's perch. Come on, you. Come on. There we go. It's one of them. They're not massive fish, but this is what we've come fishing for. Right. Oh, he's got me. He got me. Nice little handful of perch, that ain't he? He'll do. Just what we've come for. Lovely fish. We've come here just to get a few bits on a cheap pole. There we go. Nice. And this seems to be working just fine. And if this is another perch, I honestly don't mind. Oh, went a bit solid then. Probably stuck on a shopping trolley down there. What we got? It is another perch. On the perch. Oh, lovely. Nice. Again, probably the same size as the last one. Probably about 5 ounce. Nothing massive. Why do wasps love landing nets? Again, good handful of fish in. Oh, there we go. Small fish. Just gone back on that long line. And we've got a small fish. Is it a small fish? Don't like one. It is a small fish. What we got? Another perch. So I've just gone back on that long line. So just putting butt section back on pole. Just thought I'd go over and see if there's any fish over that long line. And straight back with a perch. Don't mind them, but I'm hoping those skimmers would have hung around. There we go. And a small fish again. What we got this time? What we got? Oh, a little roach. It's not little actually, it's a good one. Nice little roach. He'll do us, won't he? There we go. Another small fish. It'll have to do. What we got? Oh, a little dace. A little wriggly dace for you all. Tell you what, worth every bit of £5 this day ticket on here. There we go, another one. What we got, what we got, what we got? Well, it feels like landing net stuff, this one. What is it, a roach? Oh, a roach. Next time, I need me longer net handle for sure. I did say that I weren't going to need it, and I've needed it. Ah, right handful of roach here, isn't he? And I think he is probably a very good fish to end on. So I'm going to leave it there and summarise the whole session by showing you what we've caught on the £5 pole and the £5 rod. Not really used it much, but these are sort of fish you can bag up on canals like this one here at Mexborough, using tackle that costs less than a coffee. Right, not gearing up with this feeder lark. I'm going to have a couple of chucks just beyond that pole line where I've been feeding today, just down track. I'm going to film it on off chance that something comes of it. Even just a couple of them like dace or whatever would be nice. I just think laying a feed here and a long tail down up floor on canal bed would be a lot better than juggling a chuffing pole rig about. So I've clipped up with an empty feeder. So let's let that sink. There we go, that's down. Got my stopwatch ready. I'm going to plonk this down here like that. And, cloths fell all the way over here. And just see if I get any sort of indications on that. Because there's a lot of fish down there. It's just trying to register a bite on a pole float. Oh! Trying to register a bite on a pole float in this water is just absolutely ridiculous. What is this? What we got? Oh, a little perch. Oh, that tip were on its way to bloody Doncaster. Nice little stripey. Tell you what, much quicker response than sitting on bleeding pole out there. I probably should have done this ages ago. Chucking down track. Well, it's not even down track. It's probably third way out. 13 metre, isn't it? I've just topped my ground bait back up. Not going to bother putting like loads of loose in it. There's a couple of pinkies still in it, but just mainly want the attraction more than anything. Just a cloud, just so they know. You go over there, just so there's something going in. There we are. So again, same feeder setup as what I was chucking out there, really. Let's see if that were a fluke or not, that perch. Think I can get hold at stopwatch quick enough this time, or what? Little starving perch, just like absolutely nailed it on drop. I just think with that toe now, it's going left to right, my feeder will be static, and my hook length will lay itself down. Any fish that take, it is just like river fishing, if anything, just, you know, with toe on it. And then if toe changes and goes the other way, I've got no shots hanging about. Oh. You see that? I've got no shots hanging about. It can just take it. That were a proper head knocking bite that way. I tell you what, this is enjoyable fishing. I like this. I like it when it's like this. Feeders down. I don't think I'm gonna be able to do anything with stopwatch. Down at rest. That were a proper head banging shake that way. That's going to be, and again, look at that. It's not on. It's an absolute dream. And again, I'm only fishing a short distance as well, so sinking line isn't a problem. Oh, there's a knock. Those fish are on it straight away. So as soon as that upbait's fallen into that kill zone, that's when they're nailing it. Just could do it to just lay down on bed at canal for a nice bream to pick it up. There's fish there, look. Tip just jabbing away. I think that's probably going to be fish on, probably a little perch or something like that. What do you reckon? One more and I'll have it. So 2 more and I'll have it. We've got it. Oh my God, I thought someone's dog was going to have me then. It was poling me back. What we got? What we got? Another perch. Oh, stonking. Look at him. Nice. Absolutely buzzing now. Nice handful of perch. Lovely stripey him. I'll be using this rod and reel a lot more, I think, just in general fishing videos. Absolutely love it. Could do with sorting this reel seat out a bit so these collars grab hold it. Neck it reel more. I've actually got someone sending me a bunch of reels off eBay as well. So I bought a couple of reels and said, oh, they're going to be used on YouTube. So he sent me a picture of like 11 reels. Oh. He said, if you give my antiques business a shout out, I'll send you the rest. So I says, damn right I will. I'll talk about it all day. Right, let's hang about for another one now. See if upbait's go on. Upbait's fine. So let's fill this feeder back up. There we go. That went a bit too far to the left. Right, chuck that down there. Really, a few keen fish down there that are just wanting a quick, easy falling meal. I think a long hook length like that with no shot on it, with a bit of tow on, I think it's quite appealing for them. There, look. Better fish. Either a good perch or a roach, I think. Don't think it's breamy. Oh, it has gone a bit slow. Neat net for this one. Let's feed her. What we got? What we got? Oh, nice perch. He'll do. Oh, lovely. Proper perch city today. Look at him. Another nice handful of stripy perch. Oh, it's just in mouth. Again. Nice. If anyone's got one of these Normark rods, you'll have to get in comments, let me know what you use it for, what style of fishing you use it for. If someone you do use it for like big carp fishing, then you know, fair game like. But it's definitely, wow, little fish just rolled right under the rod tip then. I just had a bite as well, just so I was pointing at it. Oh, it's all exciting when it starts fishing well like this. There we go. So feeder's down, line sunk, trap set. I'm just waiting now for one of them. And it's party time. Seems to me like there's plenty of fish in this canal. Plenty, plenty. Oh, oh God. Please be another perch. This rod is absolutely glorious to fish with, and this reel, wow. Oh, it's a skimmer. I can already see the fish out there. It's a skimmer. Unbelievable fishing this on the Mexborough Canal. Absolutely sacking up. Oh, on close range feeder fishing on a cheap rod and reel. Look at that. Stonking skimmer, isn't he? Oh, the mood has all changed. Now that is a bonus fish. I'm going to get him in the net. Such a delicate little rod, this. Oh, big pike strike out there then. So there like that. So feeder's down, hook bait's falling. I think it's in that section of falling, that's when fish are intercepting it. These perch in particular. There, look. Oh, drag's a bit loose from that one. What have we got this time? Got to be another perch on it. Oh, I don't know. A bit headbanging that. Could be a bream. What we got? What we got? What we got? Oh, he's right down. Oh, he's a good perch. Oh yes, he'll do. He is a nice one. Oh, why didn't we think of this 3 hours ago? Oh, something's had him. Look at him for an handful. Now that is definitely a fish to end on. Lovely perch, good handful. Probably just creeping up to a pound in weight him. Not a massive fish, but definitely a bonus one. So yeah, I think we've nailed it. Fishing at 13.5 metre on feeder is the way forward. Double pinky on the hook. So I'm going to get him in keep net, and this time I am going to wrap up and we'll conclude the session and show you what I've caught. And that, ladies, gentlemen, theys and thems, that is a bag of fish in just a few hours down here on the Mexborough Canal, which you can expect catching on most poles and most feeder rods that are out there on today's market. However, what's so special about this pole and this rod is that they both cost me £5 each off Marketplace. This is a Team Normark Quiver tip rod, and this is a Milo Alter. I think it's a 13 metre pole, and all I've done is I've chucked on some spare top kits I've had lying around, and well, you can see for yourself, you can absolutely bag up on really cheap tackle. So next time you're thinking about going out and buying an expensive pole and getting yourself a top at range feeder rod, by all means go for it, but just don't forget the fact that you don't need it to have a good day's fishing. You can just use old gear, some pre-loved tackle, and some £5 Marketplace specials. So that pretty much wraps it up for me for this video. I'm going to get these fish back. As you can see, we've had some belters, had some nice, lovely big perch, along with some, you know, relatively decent sized skimmers as well. So I'm going to get all these put back. An absolute blinder of a session, fishing at 13 metre on pole, and then in end chucking feeder over sort of pole line. We've absolutely sacked up. So yeah, perfect. Stay tuned for more content about cheap tackle challenges. I absolutely love doing them. I've got loads of tackle on weight, and I've still got a mountain of tackle to get through to show you all on channel. So there'll be plenty more to come. If you've liked this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe. It's completely free of charge. It helps me out loads. It helps me sort of bringing you better content. YouTube puts the videos in better places for you to watch. So hit the subscribe button if you don't mind. And lastly, comments. Have you fished here before? Do you fish here regularly? Are you a local down here? Get in comments, let me know, and let's try and spur a few more people on to come down and enjoy some bags of fish like this. So from me, the Milo Alter, the Team Normark Quiver tip rod, and this bag of beauties, thank you all for watching, and we'll see you all on the next one.